Co-president Elon Musk sent a SpaceX vehicle to bring the astronauts back, and when they landed, he fired them immediately upon landing.
Just when it seemed like Trump's reaction couldn't get any more over the top, enter Elon Musk. The Twitter-obsessed tech mogul, who seemingly has nothing better to do than play defense for the disgraced former president, Musk, fresh off his latest round of questionable business decisions, decided to insert himself into the feud, tweeting in Trump's defense and slamming Kimmel as a corporate shill. It's unclear why Musk feels the need to protect Trump so fiercely, given their history of mutual disdain.
We have a new star. A star is born, Elon. Now he is. Now he's an amazing guy. We were sitting together tonight. You know, he spent 2 weeks in Philadelphia and different parts of Pennsylvania campaigning. You know, he sent the rocket up 2 weeks ago, and I saw that rocket, and I saw it coming down. I saw it. It was, when it left, it was beautiful, shiny white. When it came down, it didn't look so pretty. It was going 10,000 miles an hour, and it was burning like hell. I said, what happened?
Musk has previously dismissed Trump as boring and outdated, while Trump has called Musk overrated. But now, the two seem to have formed an uneasy alliance, bonding over their shared hatred of being the butt of jokes. As this comedic feud unfolds, the federal government remains in chaos. Mass firings continue, with career-long civil servants being tossed aside like yesterday's garbage. Musk's latest move? Sending out a mass email to federal workers demanding that they list the top 5 things they did at work last week, turning government operations into some bizarre BuzzFeed-style checklist. Just when it seemed like Trump's reaction couldn't get any more over the top, enter Elon Musk. The Twitter-obsessed tech mogul, who seemingly has nothing better to do than play defense for the disgraced former president, Musk, fresh off his latest round of questionable business decisions, decided to insert himself into the feud, tweeting in Trump's defense and slamming Kimmel as a corporate shill. It's unclear why Musk feels the need to protect Trump so fiercely, given their history of mutual disdain. Musk has previously dismissed Trump as boring and outdated, while Trump has called Musk overrated. But now, the two seem to have formed an uneasy alliance, bonding over their shared hatred of being the butt of jokes. As this comedic feud unfolds, the federal government remains in chaos. Mass firings continue, with career-long civil servants being tossed aside like yesterday's garbage. Musk's latest move? Sending out a mass email to federal workers demanding that they list the top 5 things they did at work last week, turning government operations into some bizarre BuzzFeed-style checklist. Meanwhile, Trump continues to rage about his loss 4 years ago, spending his days golfing and whining about late-night TV rather than addressing any actual political issues. Despite his promises to lower prices and make America affordable again, the cost of living continues to soar, yet his focus remains firmly on his personal grievances. If there's one thing Trump craves more than golfing and spray tans, it's being taken seriously. The irony, of course, is that his inability to ignore criticism is exactly what keeps comedians like Kimmel coming back for more. Trump's skin is so thin that the mere mention of his name in a punchline sends him into a frenzy. And Musk? He's no different. For a man who claims to champion free speech, he sure doesn't seem to handle criticism well. His impulse to fight every battle, no matter how trivial, has made him an easy target for satirists. Kimmel, never one to miss an opportunity, has taken full advantage, turning Musk's erratic behavior into a running gag. As if the late-night roasting wasn't enough, Musk now finds himself facing a PR nightmare. Tesla dealerships across the country have been vandalized, with some cars even set on fire. Some speculate that Musk's recent mass firings and controversial statements have made him a lightning rod for outrage. Whatever the case, it's clear that the billionaire's reputation is taking hit after hit, and Kimmel's monologues aren't helping. Trump's obsession with late-night comedians is nothing new. Over the years, he has fumed over jokes from Stephen Colbert, Seth Meyers, and even Saturday Night Live. He has labeled comedians nasty and talentless, as if their job isn't literally to make fun of powerful figures like him. But despite all the backlash, he just can't seem to let it go. Kimmel, knowing exactly how to push Trump's buttons, continues to deliver punchline after punchline. Whether it's mocking Trump's bizarre business ventures, his failed policies, or his endless grievances, Kimmel ensures that the former president remains a laughingstock. In 2019, the feud reached a new level when Kimmel invited Trump to appear on his show. While it was largely seen as a publicity stunt, the invitation was significant. Trump never did show up, but Kimmel's offer was a clear signal that he was willing to take the high road, even while delivering his signature comedic critiques. The following year, as the 2020 election approached, Kimmel ramped up his commentary, often using his platform to discuss the importance of voting and holding politicians accountable. Trump, feeling the heat, once again lashed out, claiming Kimmel was desperate for attention. The feud had morphed from mere jokes into a full-blown political commentary war, with both sides using humor to engage their respective bases. For all his wealth and power, Musk seems more concerned with controlling his image than running his businesses. He bought Twitter for $44 billion, not to solve world hunger, not to fund scientific advancements, but seemingly to control who gets to make fun of him. Since taking over, he has suspended journalists, reinstated far-right accounts, and attempted to turn Twitter into a platform that caters to his personal whim. But the problem with being an internet billionaire is that the internet never forgets. No amount of algorithm tweaks can erase the fact that Musk's tenure at Twitter has been a train wreck. And Kimmel, he's not going to let Musk's antics go unnoticed. So what's next? More tantrums, more tweets, more late-night roasts. Trump will continue to rage on Truth Social, Musk will keep trying and failing to win the public's favor, and Kimmel will keep delivering punchlines that hit harder than either of them can handle. At the end of the day, it's all just another chapter in the ongoing saga of two of America's most fragile egos. And as long as they keep taking the bait, comedians like Kimmel will never run out of material. Because, let's face it, when you act like a joke, the world will laugh at you. In this absurd political theater, Kimmel shines a spotlight on the personalities that dominate our media landscape. His ability to weave humor into the fabric of current events not only entertains, but also provokes thought about the absurdity of our political discourse. As Trump and Musk continue to react in ways that seem almost scripted, Kimmel becomes the playwright, crafting narratives that resonate with audiences tired of the chaos. The stakes are high and the stakes are personal. For Trump, every jab is a reminder of his fragility, a crack in the facade of strength he tries so hard to project.
We're there, and security issues aside, isn't it a little bit disturbing that a guy overseeing our national defense, our weapons, our nuclear weapons, is still in the dude, you owe me $14 for tacos phase of his life? Because of how incredibly sloppy they are, a German newspaper, Der Spiegel, was able to find personal email addresses, phone numbers, and passwords, some of which seem to be still in use for Mike Waltz, Tulsi Gabbard, and Pete Hegseth. What a group. We have a national security advisor who doesn't know how to secure, a defensive secretary of defense, a pro-measles secretary of health, and a secretary of education who wants to close the Department of Education. But what White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, she's standing firm. She said today the administration has been incredibly transparent about this entire situation.
For Musk, the relentless scrutiny exposes the vulnerabilities of a man who has built his empire on innovation, but struggles with the public perception that comes with it. As we witness this spectacle unfold, one thing becomes clear. Late-night television is not just entertainment, it's a cultural commentary that reflects the times we live in. It's a reminder that laughter can be a form of resistance, a way to cope with the absurdities of reality. In a world where misinformation and polarization run rampant, Kimmel's approach serves as a breath of fresh air. By bringing humor to the forefront, he challenges the narrative that these powerful figures try to control. Each punchline becomes a rallying cry for those weary of the status quo, a moment of levity amidst the chaos. As we look ahead, the question remains, what will it take for Trump and Musk to rise above the noise? Will they ever learn to embrace the absurdity instead of fighting against it, or will they continue to spiral, trapped in a cycle of outrage and defensiveness? For now, we can only watch and laugh, knowing that as long as they remain in the spotlight, there will always be a stage for comedians like Kimmel to shine. This ongoing saga is more than just a feud, it's a reflection of our cultural moment, a testament to the power of humor in the face of adversity. As we navigate this unpredictable terrain, let's remember to find joy in the absurdity, to laugh at the follies of those in power, and to appreciate the voices that bring light to the darkness. Because in the end, it's not just about Trump or Musk. It's about all of us and the world we want to create together.